Hello everyone, my name is Maria Nantiza and I'm here to discuss the case study assignment about holacracy. Should the CFO Derek fight the initiative to holacracy or should he take it on? As an idea from the CEO. To begin, what do we understand by the word holacracy? Van de Kamp defines holacracy as a governance framework for organizations which radically replaces some of the craft organizations of the past century. Holacracy promises four or more things, but the most common would be leaner and more adaptable organization. And what does this mean? This means that both reliability and adaptability are very important to some extent, and this helps with the ever-changing markets for organizations. Then holacracy also promises highly effective meetings, and these meetings are done when teams are divided into what they call circles. And then clearly, holacracy also promises clearly distributed authority and purpose-driven work. And after looking at the definition of holacracy and how it works, why do we think Derek is trying to resist the holacracy approach? I think Derek is trying to resist the holacracy approach in totality because of the past experience from the Russia Park construction. It was reported that the park was making excess profits for 2 years in a row when actually the land was still bare. What does this mean? This means that there was a fraud case for this. And those are some of the risks that Derek is trying to look at and resisting because of the various locations that they have all over the world. He thinks that this could result into other locations having to go through exactly what Russia went through. But I disagree with Derek. I think he should take on and embrace the holacracy approach. One, holacracy gives us it's more of a self-management model, which means that it's a flatter organization. People have more power to make decisions that they should know that these decisions that they make at the end of the day will affect them as human beings versus the thing of just do from the hierarchy, from the top people, the top leaders, top management, for them to do. People need to get involved. They need to get involved in that decision. And those decisions, when people get involved in such decisions, then they will know that the decisions they make will ultimately affect them. Given that, to be effective on the job, people must also have that ability to understand and know that the work has to be stable. And then also holacracy gives some form of flexibility. It gives people more involvement in the organization, which increases motivation levels. So my feeling or my opinion is that Derek should embrace it. He should look at it as something that will drive the organization to higher levels, and at the end of it all will give the company more profits. Because trying to trickle down all the rules of the bureaucracy that come with a traditional organization could be very challenging, especially if you have worldwide branches and subsidiaries all over the world. To manage those would be kind of tedious and time consuming. And then some of the deals that could have taken place if there was holacracy in different countries of the construction company are delayed because there's no approval, and then people have to wait for the CEO or the CFO to sign and then get back the feedback. So it kind of time consuming if they are not to adopt the holacracy. So in others, holacracy is kind of time saving in terms of decision making for certain things, definitely. And looking at holacracy in detail, it advocates for roles instead of job titles. What does this mean? One of the most notable differences between traditional and holacracy organizations is that a holacracy emphasizes roles other than job titles. The fact that holacracies individuals do not carry job titles anymore, hence management titles are not there either. So Holacracy states that job titles are often status related and are often vaguely related to the work that the individual is actually doing on ground. And with that basis, the roles are defined with a clear purpose only at a point where they contribute to the organization purpose and the aim of the circle, which is the effective meetings for the different teams. And when the role does not contribute to any organization purpose, then the whole aim is spoiled or is broken. So roles serve a specific purpose and include real responsibility and authority. So for every employee that takes on Holacracy should know that these roles will affect them ultimately in their various or daily roles and abilities. So when they're making these decisions, they'll have that at the back of their mind, and that will improve productivity and efficiency. And then when we look at the process, by distributing leadership throughout the organization, Holacracy aspires to be more of an open system where its employees are more in touch with the changing environment. Well, listen, this is very important because by energizing their roles, individuals sense opportunities. And what are these opportunities called? These opportunities are called tensions. To improve the organization to align better with its purpose. And then Holacracy goes further ahead to divide these tensions into two groups. There's tensions on operations, that the processing, and that is the processing of the work, and tensions on governance, which is the structure of the organization. So overall, I think Derek should embrace the Holacracy approach, try it out, and see the benefits, other than resisting it based on a past experience with Russia. Thank you very much.